Black Ops 7 ranked play is out right now, and you might be wondering how to improve, rank up faster, and win more games. So today I'm going over the 3 major tips for Black Ops 7 ranked play, which I guarantee will make you win more games. So like and subscribe if these help you out. And 3 tips will be for 3 game modes. Number 1 is Hardpoint, and my number 1 Hardpoint tip is to play for the spawns. Not all Hardpoints are equal, some have more important spawns than others. So I'll break down some of the most important ones right now. Take a look at this hill on Colossus, which is P2. Now, which team do you think is more likely to get the point? The team that spawns here or the team that spawns here all the way on the other side of the map? A lot of people overcomplicate Hardpoint, but when you realize that it just comes down to the spawns, it makes the game a lot easier to understand. If you're the holding team, you need to prioritize having somebody in the back to keep your team spawning close enough to hill to contest, or to quickly contest if they need to. And if you don't have control of the hill, it's not always the best idea to just headbutt the front. Sometimes it's best to take her out all the way through the back to hopefully get the spawns for your team. And the same goes if you're the team that has control of the hardpoint and the spawn. If everyone forces the front of the hill to chase kills and dopamine, well, the kills are pointless because they'll get the good spawn that you left open and then control of the hill. If you're an aggressive player, that's great. Hitting the front of hill is not a bad play, but it's only a good play if you first make sure that one of your teammates is holding the back, either by looking at the minimap or calling it out in game chat. And the exact same thing happens here on P4, where the back yellow spawns are preferred. 10-second hardpoint, you'll want control of the back to spawn closer to the hill. And if you pair this with an aggressive teammate that's pushing the outer roof, you'll force your opponents to spawn middle, meaning the people on the hill will only have to watch one door. You can see how hardpoint looks so easy when you watch really good teams play. And it's not always because of a mechanical skill gap, but a knowledge skill gap. It's because they use spawns and spawn knowledge to simplify the game. On Blackheart, nearly every hill has a favorite side except for the first one, which is why you probably hate this map if you're not a fundamentally sound player. Next time you play on this map, try focusing on staying towards the back side of every hill, even more than playing the actual hill time, and I promise you'll notice a difference. For example, on the second hardpoint, you might never think to hold here, but this is one of the best spots to hold on P2. The reason is because you're far back enough from the 50-yard line to help block the back spawns, and you completely deny any left flank routes, leaving your teammates to only have to worry about the middle door and the right lane here. P3, like I said, is very similar. I mean, if you look at these back spawns, this player right here, prioritizing holding the back spawns before pushing up towards the hill, and look how much closer we spawn compared to them right here. And the hills right here. Their opponents, all 3 of them, 4 of them, are towards the front side of P3 and have only one option to bang here, or they can take a route through mid. So not only is this a less favorable spawn on the front side, it's also further away from the hill and not where you want to be spawning during P3. P4 is very similar to the P2 hold, where you want to have somebody in the back like this. And the cutoffs are going to be here towards the L wall, where you can look towards the mid lane, kind of like I'm doing right now, while you also have people on the hill itself watching the front. And then of course P5, the important spawns being back here. You want to make sure that you have somebody in the back really fighting for those back spawns like we are here, making sure that we spawn as that player did right there, for the easy funnel to hill, as opposed to the other team having to push this lane right here, which is not ideal. Exposure has this hill here where blocking from the back 18 is incredibly important. The reason is because you can protect both the backdoor flank from the right side as well as the side door flank from the left, also while keeping your teammates spawning in the back and your opponent spawning way deep middle. I want to take a moment as well here and talk about exposure P3, which is the one in the window. This is a confusing one when it comes to spawns, because you might think that you want the back spawns, which sometimes you do. When you're actually trying to break the hill and you don't have control of it, having to push in through this front window when people are looking at you like this is borderline impossible. Maybe you can go zig or take a dirt route or something like that, but a lot of times people will be picking this up as well. So keep this in mind. I only bring this up to say that closer to the hard point is not always better when it comes to spawns, but a lot of times, especially on the P4 that we were just talking about, those back spawns that are way closer are definitely going to be better than these mid spawns that are a little bit further away to the hill. And Scar's 4th hardpoint has an incredibly important spawn back blue, literally like right here. This is compared to the other 2 spawns, which are out middle and out red. The same thing goes for the 5th hardpoint on Scar, where you spawn back here. Once you're able to simplify hardpoint into the important spawns and the important money hills, you'll notice yourself playing a lot more fundamental and winning more games. Next tip is for Overload, and my number 1 tip for Black Ops 7 ranked play is that you are not the hero in Overload. Just because you get to the ball first does not mean that you have to grab it and run as fast as you can towards their portal. What you do instead is push past the ball through a lane, not only taking space, but forcing your opponents to spawn on the other side, leaving room for a teammate to then grab the ball and score. If your teammates already have a lane pushed out, then it's up to you to grab the ball and meet up with them. Do not go off by yourself. Now do me a favor and please share this with my ranked teammates. This overload tip also goes back to the spawn knowledge that we talked about for Hardpoint. Let's keep looking at Scar for an example. Scoring on this left side here can be really easy once done properly. The first step, ideally after a wave of kills, is to get somebody pushed up here, either a tight angle if you're a submachine gun player or a longer one if you're an AR player. But just getting pushed up near the portal in in general will force your opponents to spawn out in that cubby back there. If you have another teammate top green to help team shoot those players, then all the last two players have to do is protect the ball and then score. And this is the spawn block that I was talking about on Overload. If you have somebody push out the zone like this player is right here, you can see the opponents are going to spawn in this cutout. It's very easy to trap them, just as this player is doing. You can even do it from these low boxes right here. Any sort of angle that you can have to play towards their back spawn, making it easier for your team to funnel that left side towards scoring the zone, is just going to make scoring way easier in Overload. Which brings me to my number 2 ranked play tip for Black Ops 7, which is when you score in Overload, stay pushed out. If you score and then immediately leave, you're allowing your teammates to regain control of that side of the map, making it much harder to rally points back to back. The only exception is if the next ball spawn point is on an area of the map that your team has no control over. Only then is it time to pull out your knife and go help. A lot of you might not know that there's a bug in ranked play that gives you a constant UAV when you have control of the ball. This won't stay live forever, maybe not even while you're watching this video, but while it's here, use it to your advantage. Also, every time a ping is sent out, it's also when your opponents are given a ping on your location. So if you ever want to finesse your opponents, change your location until a ping is sent out, then immediately redirect for a free capture. Just remember, you're still not a superhero and you should prioritize teamwork first. And my search and destroy tip for Black Ops 7 ranked play is to not play by yourself. On offense, choose a bomb site or even a lane like middle to push as a team. Ranked players are notorious for running around by themselves and with no objective at all. And if you can find a way to direct that towards a common goal, like, I don't know, a bomb site, you'll win way more rounds without having to rely on clutch 1v1s or 1v2s. And in case you do have to rely on clutches, I wanted to break down one of the dumbest ranked play clutches I've had in a long time. And this goes to show exactly how ranked players end up playing and how you can use that to your advantage. So left in a 1 versus 4, I'm hard aiming the guy that I saw zig. Once I get the kill, I back up because I know what ranked players do, especially in a 3v1 situation. They're going to run as fast as they can in your general direction. I get lucky with the nade kill, and look at this. I mean, they're challenging me one by one by one. The 1v1, of course, at the end of this gets extended by way longer than it needs to be, but that's just because the last guy is scared to scam. I would be too if I was left in a 1 versus 1 after being in a 4 versus 1 scenario. Reposition, play it differently, and that's how I get the clutch. All that you can learn from this entire situation is that ranked play kids will run at you unless you're playing a really good team like Iridescent and Top 250 where they're posted up and they're playing really disciplined. 9 times out of 10, if you're playing ranked play search and destroy and you're in a clutch scenario, don't be afraid to back up and let the opponents come to you. There's no shame in it. At the end of the day, you're the one that gets a clutch. They're the one that loses the round. This one's another search and destroy round that I want to go over. You see, I just recently unmuted my mic and told everybody to go A. So I'm kind of rallying the team together, at least towards the same bomb site. And you'll see how I play each of these kills so that we're, you know, shooting at the same person. So that's a trade on the second guy. Everybody on the minimap is looking towards the front. We have one person mid, so I'm able to push out the front. And then we kind of triangulate the last guy. See, all my teammates are shooting at him. I figured they're weak, so I jump up and finish the kill. Just about the only kill that I got by myself was the first one. That's just because I had the angle from top down on the statue. Other than that, the other 3 kills in this round were people that I triangulated with my team, that I team shot with. Just long story short, I didn't have to rely on running off by myself to find a kill with a pinch or something flashy like that. At the end of the day, if you work with your team, search and destroy will be so much easier. Now, if you want to win even more search and destroy games, check out this video I did for nade spots on every single ranked play map and then even some more. And also down below, like and subscribe for more videos like these in the future.